Welcome back, everyone, to My Slice of Heaven. This is Chris, and today I will be showing you how to cold stratify peach seeds. Peach seeds are a bit different than some of the other seeds that we've shown videos on cold stratification because, well, they start out in this hard shell. As we all know what a peach pit looks like. So when these came out of the fruit that we ate, they usually don't come this clean after you eat them. So then I'd wash them in the sink and all that kind of stuff. Let them dry for a while. Now there are two ways you can stratify them. You can stratify them just like this, but they tend to have a lower percentage of germination if you leave them in their hard shell. You can crack them like with a nutcracker and pop out the inner seed, which I believe is called the pit, but I always call that the pit, so I'm really not sure what the exact terms are. And you can get, let's see if I can hold it so the camera can see it, this little seed from the inside. It looks actually very similar to a plum seed at this point. Now, while doing that, you have to be very careful because while it has a greater chance of germination, you also have a greater chance of destroying the seed while you're breaking it open. So I'm going to show Joey cracking some of the hard pits and breaking out the small seeds from inside.
All right, guys, so you're going to need some type of nutcracker or something. And you want to take these nuts and crack them open as delicately as you can. And it's not an easy task because I've already did 6 and only got to save 4 actual seeds. They're very hard to crack open. I'm cupping my hand around so it don't go flying everywhere. And I like to bang my fingers and tap it so I'm not putting a whole lot of pressure on it at one time. See what I mean about flying? And
is that the seed?
That was a seed, but it was bad. So let's go on to this one now. And there you go. Luckily, Chris was there to catch that seed. So we have 1 seed that I cracked out of there. And guys, we only have 4 of these peach seeds from our backyard, and they are really good peach seeds. So I'm not taking any more chances with the other ones. I'm just going to soak them real good and plant them the way they are. So we do have enough to do a little experiment. And these are our backyard peaches. Now, that backyard tree had about 40 to 60 peaches on it, but the animals beat us to them, so we didn't get very many. And I'm going to send you back to Chris.
All right, so what's next for your peach seeds, whether you've broken them out of the hard pit or not, is to soak them in water for 24 hours. So I don't think a bag's a very good choice for soaking. So I have them in a container and poured some water in there. All the seeds are at the bottom, and so I went maybe ½ inch to 1 inch above them with water. So we're just going to put this on an unused counter for 24 hours and check them then. Any that are floating pretty much means that the seed's no good, so we'll get rid of them. The other ones we will do the next step in the stratification. All right, so the seeds have been sitting in water for, it's actually been more than 24 hours. That was at noon yesterday. Today's a work day, so I couldn't get to it at noon. It's actually more like 9 o'clock at night. So, well more than 24 hours, but that's all right. You can check to see if any of your seeds are floating. If they're floating, it's less likely they'll germinate. But since I only have 3 of these backyard peach seeds, I would be attempting to see if they germinate anyways. But all of mine are not floating. All of mine are sunk. Whatever the word would go there. So I'm going to take a bag that we've already labeled for the backyard peach. I could use the same bag that they've been in, but the quart-size bags are just a thicker plastic. Don't want dirt getting all over the fridge. I've already moistened the peat moss. Again, you moisten it till you can kind of form it together and it holds its shape. So I'm going to take that and put it in my bag. I don't need too terribly much. I do only have 3 seeds for this bag, but I also have plenty of peat moss here. So, put some dirt in there. Probably should have taken them out of the water before I got my hands all wet. I remember one of these we cracked, the other 2 we did not. So we'll see in about 3 months if it made a difference. Might not be able to tell any difference at all. It's an experiment. I'm going to seal the bag completely closed when I'm done. And then, like I said, it will go into the fridge for about 3 months to simulate winter. We'll be checking on it probably every week or so to make sure there's still moisture in the bag and everything. Then I'm going to do the same thing. I have 1 Pluot seed. Pluot, if you've never heard of that, it's kind of a cross between a peach and a plum. Seed is much smaller than a peach seed, but that was an incredibly tasty fruit. So hopefully this one will germinate for me, and I'll be able to have some Pluots growing in my yard in a few years. So I'm going to do the same thing here, but with only a single seed. I'll probably use a good deal less dirt. Again, just using the larger size bag just because it's a thicker plastic. But still need to make sure there's enough dirt in here so that the seed stays plenty well covered. And then after that, I will do some nectarines. Again, most of those peaches were from the backyard, but these other ones are just from the grocery store. So we'll just have to find out if the seeds from the grocery store fruits work. All right, now, I mentioned earlier in the video how you have to clean the extra flesh off of the peach and nectarine seeds and everything. I didn't on these. So these still have the fuzziness on them. So since I didn't do it all those months ago when we ate these nectarines, I get to do that now. Yeah, I'll use this water. So, yuck. Do it when you first finish eating them or within the first day or so after eating them, because this is much nastier than when I did it on the other seeds right away. Of course, this one you can see is broke open already. But after you soak them, you don't crack them. Too late for that now. Unless it just comes apart. It's literally coming apart in my hands. All right. Guess I'm planning this one open. Oh, goodness. All right, then I'm going to do the same thing with the nectarines. Like I said, one of them came out of its shell, so if I had known that you were supposed to plant them this way when I was saving the seeds last summer when we were eating them, I would have had a lot more peach seeds, that's for sure. So that's how you do peach, nectarine, and pluot seeds. If you're interested in how to stratify apple, pear, plum, I think there was something else I did the other day, we'll post a link to that video. Thanks everyone for following along, and until next time, have a great day.